I am hiking to the top of Mount Lemmon, which is about 17.5 miles or so from here, with I don't know, a good 8,000 feet of elevation gain. So these are the Catalinas. I believe that's Mount Kimball that you're seeing there. Can't see Lemmon, it's just so high up. Lemmon's just like a ridge, it's not even a summit. But so I'm working my way up Sabino Canyon Road, and unfortunately the creek just crossed the road, and it was I don't know, 3-6 inches deep, and I couldn't cross it without getting my feet wet. So that's, I mean, I could have taken my shoes off, I suppose, but so my feet are wet now, so hopefully they dry out, because I got a lot of miles ahead of me. But the first 3 miles is just road walking. Well, I hit the end of the road. The real hiking has begun. So I've gone 3.7 miles, by the way. So I'm taking, you can see there are all sorts of trails now. Taking the Sabino Canyon Trail, and in 2.5 miles I will hit the West Fork Trail, at which point I will bang a left and probably have a good, I don't know, 6 miles on that, I would venture. And then eventually I'll get off that and have 5 miles or so to the summit. So we're almost to sun. You can see, so we're nowhere near. I mean, the top is way beyond up there somewhere. You can see these cliffs ahead of us are only a couple thousand feet above us. So the summit is at least 2,000 foot above these cliffs, if not more, probably 3. This has been a nice 2.5 miles, all in the shade. You know, moving at decent pace, not really jogging at all, although you could. So you know, it's probably 15-minute miles. It was a little rocky at times, so you had to be careful with your footing, but yeah, I mean, anything 15-minute miles is good in my book. So I just looked at the map before I turned this on, and so this is, I believe this is West Fork right here, that we are going to be going up for a good, I don't know, probably 5-6 miles at least, it looked like from the map. Oh, first time in the sun. Probably get too warm if I'm in the sun too much. We got a sign. West Fork Trail, number 24. So this is what we're taking now. You can see there's a cairn. We got a boulder hop. So, yeah, we got to go up this for a while. We're gonna be in the sun now, so I will check in, and we are going up to those cliffs, and then continuing to go up when we bang a right. So anyway, check in higher up. Well, we have a creek crossing. And it looks okay, but these rocks could be slick. Got a little splash of water. I didn't want to hop down to a rock and have it be slick. Now the question is, where do we go? Looks like we go this way. Yeah, that's marked with cairns on the way back. It looks like we're going up this way. Surprisingly, there are cairns at all sorts of places. The trails, unfortunately, there's this wet grass, so my legs and my shoes are all wet from the dew. This is where pants would come in handy, but I might be a mile up from the junction. It's just gradual up. I mean, like this stretch here is going up a little more steeply than it has been on average, but then it's sort of flat. You know, it just follows the canyon. So like I said, we got to go way up to that ridge you see in the distance, and probably higher up than that. So just walking up West Fork. We're up on this hillside now. Real pretty looking back down to the West Fork. Not sure where we're going, if we're coming back to it, but we are up several hundred feet above the water now. Probably have come almost 2 miles since the junction, I'd venture. At least this grass isn't wet anymore, so I'm not getting wet. But yeah, pretty easy trail, just a little overgrown in the sun now. I think I'm about to ditch the snow gear and put on my shade hat, get the glasses out, potentially some sunscreen. So yeah, pretty view. Well, we're over 10 miles in, maybe 10 1/4 to 10 1/2, and we're hitting the next junction, I think. So we want to bang a right here to go up a little more steeply than we have been these next 2-3 miles. We have like about 7 miles left or so. So I just looked at the elevation profile, and these next 2-3 miles are the steepest of the hike. So something to look forward to. We're working our way up. It's oh, there you go. There's some nice views where we came all the way down, from way down there. Whew. Well, we've hit the next junction, Mount Lemmon Trail. That's what we want. We are, as you can see, we're getting up closer to these rock formations. But then once we get up there, we still got a while to go, and the summit's going to be much higher and further away. But for now, we'll say we're getting up to that high point. Still have, I don't know, 5 miles till the summit, roughly, I would say. Maybe even slightly more. So, you know, that's less than a mile away. That high point that you see there. So there's still plenty more to go. This is a nice steep little stretch here. I just want to get up on the ridge and then be able to chill out and walk relatively flat for a little bit. Starting to feel some wind up here. Yeah, this is steep and rocky for sure. I don't think it'll be like this for too long. Oh wow, you can start to see the other side now. Pretty cool view from up here. This is an incredibly steep part. I'm only about halfway up it. Oh, we've hit some snow in the shaded parts. We're up in pine needles and evergreen growth. Just check the map. Less than 4 miles left. It's like 3.75 to the end of the track, so maybe like slightly under 4 to the summit. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna actually get to the true summit or not. starting to get hungry. I packed 2 Cliff Bars. I brought my credit card too, so I might get something if I'm close to one of those shops up at the top, if they're open. Who knows? Ugh. Whew. And I think now we have a view of Mount Lemmon, or maybe where those towers are back there. Yeah, not that first hill, but I think this is the Mount Lemmon ridge now that we're seeing with those towers up there. So hopefully it's just this one shady spot that has a lot of snow, so I don't want to be in a lot of snow. Could lose the trail, could be slippery and icy. I mean, this looks like the trail. Who knows? Stepping like a hole. So, yeah, we got to get over there. So you can see we sort of drop a little bit, and then of course we'll have to head up. It's probably, I could check the map, but I'd venture to say we have to gain another 1,500 feet or something to get up there. Maybe more. It's chilly here in the shade. I can sort of see my breath. So, anyway, I will check in higher up. Look at these tracks. That's some sort of, it's got to be a cat print. See, I don't know where the cat is. I'm here. This has all been in the snow. I'm getting, I don't want to say worried, but I can still follow it, but things are clearly slowing down. You can see the cat went up. Yo! Cat went up off the trail. But yeah, fresh tracks. I don't know how fresh. I don't know how long the snow has been here, I suppose. There's no human tracks. I mean, this snow could only be a couple days old. So I'm just afraid. Like right there. It's icy. Working our way up. Unfortunately, it's very slow going with the snow. I'm just up on the ridge, hanging out. It's gorgeous. Slow going. It's not as steep now, but I still got, I don't know, 1.3 miles maybe to the summit. But like I said, hopefully someone's on the way down. Hopefully the road's open on the way up, and then there'll be plenty of people. I can just take a ride. I just found the first human footprint, so someone's walked here in the snow. So anyway, it's crazy how you can see all the town down there, but you're so far away from it. Well, we're up near the summit, which isn't really a summit. There's an observatory up here. I've hit the road. My toes are getting cold from walking in snow. So it's nice to be in the road, but it's not like a true summit. It's just like a big, ridge. So I'm gonna road walk. I guess I'm gonna road walk down this way, and whoa, ice. All right, so update. It took me like 6 hours, 6 hours and 5 minutes to get up. So that's like 20, almost 21-minute miles. So I went from like 15-minute miles through 10 or 11 miles to over 20-minute miles. So those snow miles were slow. So I don't think it's prudent to go back in the snow. It would get dark. I'd probably get close to the road, and might have to road walk in the dark. And I have a headlamp, but those snow miles were not treacherous, but just really slow, and my feet are really wet and cold now. And I called, so I have service up here, so I called the restaurant, and it's open along with the ski lift, and they said there are people there, so I'm fairly sure it'll be easy for me to get a ride down the main road back into Tucson. And then if I have to Uber back to my car, you know, that's fine. So that's the plan. It feels nice in the sun and not stepping on snow. There were trails that were shorter down to the restaurant, but I'm gonna take the longer windy road. It might be, I don't know, 1.5 miles or something. It was hard to estimate with all the curves, but as you can see now that I'm out of the ice, it's nice easy walking. So I will be down at the restaurant. Maybe I'll get a nice meal, and I'll judge by the people there, and I'll ask around. But you know, I don't think anyone's gonna deny me a ride down the mountain if they're driving down anyway. So Summit Trailheads. So anyway, that was Mount Lemmon.